Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be going into the Amazon tool deals and checking out some of the items that I've found for this week. So all of these items will have their own independent link down in the description if you guys are interested in them. I'll also have two additional links that say tools and tools continued. That's going to take you to a long list of tools that I've went over in the past or other tools that I suggest. So that's all there for you guys. I release these on Fridays. I usually used to do 4 items in the video. I'm stepping it up to 5 and then eventually we'll do 6, but I'm going to have to talk a little bit less about the item in order to get that additional 1 or 2 items in, and then we'll see how it goes from there. But I want to share as much with you guys as possible. I also like to share my experiences with them, some of the specs on the items as well. I don't like to just say, hey, this is on sale, buy it. I kind of like to give reasoning and go over what I like about them and sometimes what I dislike about them. So this is the Anker Solix C1000. This is a portable power station, and I have a few power stations. I have a couple EcoFlows and a couple of, Amazon brand names. And these things can be fantastic. I try to do a bit of camping and I also work out of my truck, so having these power stations is absolutely fantastic. But my whole computer, my whole setup, my mini fridge, everything is running off of a power station right now, and it's my backup in case the power goes out. I can also run my fridge, basically anything in the house off of it, so it's a nice home backup as well. They also have like dedicated ones for home backup, which get really expensive but can be a great backup system. This is kind of middle of the line. Anker, really good brand. They make some really good stuff. This is a 1056 watt hour LiFePO4 battery, so it's got pretty good capacity, and then it's got a 1800 watt power inverter up to a peak of 2400 watts. This thing will charge as fast as 58 minutes from 0 to 100%. That's AC power. Now, there are multiple different ways you can charge power stations, whether that be DC or solar, and some will allow you to do 2 ways. So whether you want to do AC and solar or DC and solar, that is also an option on certain models or brands. I just like these for camping, for work, and home backup, so I like to share them whenever I can find decent deals on them. And a lot of these brands, EcoFlow and Anker, they usually do sales year round. Like this was as low as I think $400 for Christmas last year. And the really good sales outside of Christmas is about $450 to $500. This is a decent deal. I think $550 is still a good price. The highest it's been is $750. So that list price of $800, it's Amazon does that all the time. List price is always higher to make the sales look better than they are. I think $550 is still a great price for this, but if you're interested in this and want to save any more, then if you can afford to wait a while, you will see this float down $50 to $100 more, and then if you wait till Christmas time, you'll probably see it around $400 or so dollars. So I think this is a good price at $550, 4.5 stars, 1,006 reviews. Of course, I just added this about 2 hours ago, and this was on sale at $25, and then you basically had a coupon that dropped it down to basically $20, which is worth it if you don't have a Harbor Freight next to you. I have this same organizer. I picked it up at Harbor Freight, $25, something like that, without discount. A great wall organizer. I use it not just for nails and screws, but different chemicals, RTV, anti-seize, hose clamps. I mean, I use this thing for a lot of different things. It's just really handy. I also like this one because it mounts on the wall. You still have tons of organization here. There are bigger ones out there. There are ones that sit on workbenches, ones that have stands for the ground, a lot of different styles. I like this one because it's smaller, still a lot of organization, and it's very affordable, especially if you can get it at $20. So if you have a Harbor Freight next to you, you can buy this there for a cheaper price, or you can just wait a little bit, and this one will typically be on sale for about $23, $24, and then sometimes you'll even have that coupon that drops it down below. Sorry, within the last 2 hours that must have ended. So this has 4.5 stars at 3,569 reviews, and it's one of the better organizers that I have here in the shop. Very, very affordable way to keep things organized. Here's another good organizer. I'm not just specifically talking about this, but the basically power tool holders. I bought one many years ago when they weren't really popular, and I think there were 2 available online, and I bought one. It was like $50, and it was made out of wood. It holds 5 tools. Yeah, 5 tools, and then it's got 2 shelves. And I basically made a video on it. You can definitely make this thing with, $10 worth of wood, cut it up. I think in that video I shared the dimensions of everything. You can build these very easily out of wood, and they're really nice because I put my drill bits on one shelf. I put some chargers and batteries on another shelf, and then the tools hang there in the bottom. Well, after I bought mine about a year later, all these Amazon no-name brands started mass producing all different sized ones. Like this one is massive. This one can hold 10 cordless tools, and this one is made out of metal. It's got 3 shelves. Now, I will say the one thing I don't care for on this is these 2 top shelves. They just have bars that run across them. So I like the fact that mine are just solid shelves. Like this bottom shelf here, you can see it's just flat metal. I like that. Now you could just cut a piece of wood and lay it across there, or, buy a piece of sheet metal and lay it across there. Or maybe you like the bars. Like here for the smaller circular saw, they have the blade sitting through it. Maybe that's something you like. I don't like it because the things that I try and set on the shelves usually end up tending to not sit correctly or falling because of these types of bar. I don't care for that, so that's just my input. But then there on the side they have like a screwdriver organizer and a wrench organizer, and then on the other side you got like a pliers organizer. So I mean, this thing's got quite a bit going on here, and this person's got way too many drills. This does work for more than just drills, and then sometimes depending on whatever tool you're hanging there, you can actually, like oscillating multi-tool, you can slide it to the back, and then if you have another tool that's not like a drill or an impact, you can actually put it in front of it. So you can actually have basically 2 in each slot, just depending on the tool. So I mean, this is a really good way. So if you have a lot of tools, this is a good possible organizer. So this isn't the exact one that I have, but I think it's a good option, and there are tons and tons of different ones out there, multiple different sizes. And make sure you anchor these down, because if you are loading this up, it definitely needs to be secure. You don't want to come out and find all of your tools and whatever you put on the shelves all over the floor. So this one is at $80, but it does have a $10 coupon on it. Like here's a small one for $38 with a 10% coupon. This is more kind of close to the size that I have, but mine is made out of wood and it doesn't have the organizers on the side or nothing like that. So, but there are a ton of other brands out there that sell various different design, all basically the same thing, some with different organizers and different shelf designs and price ranges. Like these all range from $60 to basically $100. I bought one on a whim just to try it out, and it actually turned out to be a fantastic organizer, so I wanted to mention it, especially now that there are so many no-name brands mass producing these things. You can always find some on a good deal. And this has 4.6 stars at 643 ratings. Next up, we are looking at the Skil 15 amp 10 inch portable job site table saw with folding stand. There you can see the part number. The list price is originally $330 down to $280. Now, while this isn't a bad deal, I think $280, this saw is well worth that price. You will quite commonly find it at $250. So if you really are interested in this, but you're looking to save a little bit more money, it is possible to find this around the $250 price range. I think this thing is well worth, up to $300, but it's very uncommon for it to sell above 300 or above. So I think 280 is good if you can get it at 250 and you're looking for a job site table saw like this. Skil, this is one of the most popular ones out there. There are a lot of people using this that really, really enjoy it. This has 4.6 stars at 2,594 ratings, and this is one of the best ones for the price. And the stand is very lightweight, and it's designed very well. And if you guys have this, please let me know your guys' thoughts down in the comments. Share with others your experiences with it, whether that be pros or cons, but I think this is a very good one, especially if you can catch it at that $250 price. Next up is another garage organizer. quite a few garage organizers in this one. This is the Vevor metal storage cabinet. Yes, I know Vevor is probably not going to exist much longer if they are, you know, because of their lawsuits or whatnot. But there are many other brands. If you don't want to buy from Vevor, I completely understand. There are tons of other brands selling basically the same thing. Like here's one very similar for $70, because some of these garage organizers, just simple cabinets, can get quite expensive. Like the one by-door one that I have, which is the half cabinet, was something like $140, which I think is outrageous. But that was far before, you know, all these brands started releasing, mass producing all of these cabinets. So this one, I like the door operation. It's got hydraulic lifts on it. It lifts right up, adjustable shelves. There are tons and tons of other options out there. Like here, it looks to be the same thing, maybe without the shock or struts on the side, at $80 with a coupon that brings it down to $70, so the same price as what we're looking at for the Vevor. And I mean, there's tons of them here. So if you're looking for shop shelving or shop cabinets, you're going to be able to find a lot more options than you were able to a few years ago. And I like this design here. At $70, I think it's well worth it. It's just over a foot deep, just under 20 inches tall, and just over 30 inches wide. And this one has 4.3 stars at 197 ratings. But once again, I'll have this link down in the description, but maybe I'll throw in one or two of the other ones around the same price. If Vevor isn't a brand that you want to purchase from, I completely understand it. But that is it as far as this week's Amazon tool deals. If you guys enjoyed, please make sure to smash that thumbs up. Leave a comment down below of your guys' thoughts on some of these items, or if you have any experiences with them. And once again, all of these are linked down in the description. If you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.